From Richland Center High School, hello everyone. Welcome to tonight's Southwest Wisconsin Conference matchup between Platteville and Richland Center. The Hornets come in with a record of 1-1. Platteville with 2-0 in the conference and getting ready for a really big week for both clubs. The Hornets, as we mentioned tonight, with a match against Platteville and then on the road to River Valley on Thursday. Platteville defeated River Valley 3-1 in an earlier match this year. Looks like for Platteville, they have a big loss right out of the gate as their middle player, Leanna Dye, is not here tonight because of illness, so they will actually be kind of changing the rotation up just a little bit. Richland Center started its season with a 3-0 win over Prairie du Chien in the conference, then lost 3-2 to Dodgeville last week. And among the stats, some pretty impressive stats for both teams. Hornets led by Danica Pauls, who is a mainstay on the court for Richland Center, and she's had a good start to the campaign as well, getting a total of 3.2 kills per set. Elodie Weiss has 17 blocks for the season. Tatum Razek averaging nearly 3 digs per set. And Ella Clements has had 11 serving aces. On the other side for Platteville, Leanna Dye with just over 2.5 kills per set. She also has 37 total blocks on the season. Avery Richard has a total of nearly 4 digs per set. And Maggie Gravant with a total of 25 aces for Platteville so far this season. We're still a little ways away from first serve time. We'll take time out of that more in a moment. You're listening to high school volleyball tonight, courtesy of WRCO Sports Boosters, WRCO and WRCO.com. 2-2-2. And earlier action this evening, it was a victory for the Richland Center JV1 team. 2 sets to 1. They won 25-20 in the final. The RC JV2 team swept Platteville with a 26-24 final set. It's a very close one, and that's why we're getting a little later start, as the JV1 and 2 matches were ultra competitive tonight. And a good, probably precursor to the action that we'll see on the varsity floor as well. When teams go at it, that should be fairly evenly matched here this evening. Also, in high school soccer tonight, final score, Platteville Lancaster getting the win, 6 goals to 2 over Richland Center. That was a close match. In fact, At one point, it was 2-1 in favor of Platteville Lancaster, and then another point, it was 3-2. They held the lead, but scoring a total of 3 goals in the last 30 minutes or so of that contest to go ahead and win it by 4 goals over the team. For Richland Center, they'll have another opportunity later this week, and then they'll have a home match next week with River Valley and with Prairie du Chien as well, as that season continues to roll around. Right now, we'll bring out our national anthem. So, our national anthem from courtside coming up here on WRCO tonight. Members of the Richland Center High School student body, and our national anthem prior to match time this evening. Well, the starting lineups will be introduced for the folks that are gathered here. We'll share those with you listening wherever you are tonight in just a moment as we get closer to first serve time this evening between Platteville and Richland Center. Tonight's match sponsored by the WRCO Sports Boosters. We'll be back in 2 minutes with more on WRCO and WRCO.com.
Tonight's starting lineup from Platteville, Illinois. Number 2, Mia Hoosier. Number 6, Soraya Stone. Number 7, Lynn Temperley. Number 10, Layla Schmidt. Number 15, Maggie Weber. Number 22, Avery Richards. And number 28, Malia Temperley. The represented by Denise Burton and assisted by Kathy Weber. And now for your Richland Center Hornets. Number 10, Olivia Rose. Number 11, Lavero
Here the starters for the Richland Center Hornets, and we'll take it set for the introduction here at RCHS. First of all, starting on the floor will be number 10, a junior, Ellaby Weiss, who will start in the middle. Number 12, Adeline Wirtz, a freshman, who starts at the libero spot. Also will be number 21, Ella Clements, who is going to start in the middle. Number 22, Rainey Walsh, a senior and a setter. Number 23, Danica Pauls, who will start as well for the Hornets, and another senior, Taylor Number 24, in the starting job here tonight for Coach Jamie Johnson, assisted by Robin Lynch, Ashlyn Coleman, and Lizzie Forney. Starting lineup for Platteville tonight. Number 2 is Mia Hoosier, a junior. Number 6, Saraya Stone, a sophomore. Number 7, Tim Temperley, a sophomore. Number 10 is Layla Fuller, a senior. Number 22, Avery Richard, a junior. And 28, Malaya Temperley, who is a freshman. The libero player is Maggie Grabant, and she is wearing number 15 on her libero jersey. Platteville coached by Denise Barrington, and her reserve coaches include Stacy Temperley, Heather McNeil, and Kathy Wetter. Platteville adorned in the maroon and white, Richland Center in the black and the orange tonight. And a good crowd on hand, good representation from the student section. And heck, everybody gets a free t-shirt in the student section, and everybody that wants one. So a lot of people adding to their wardrobe tonight. Not me. Teammates will get rid of an old one if I get a new one. Somebody said I should make a quilt out of the shirts. I suppose I could do that too, but I'm not very good at making quilts either. Hornets will start the serve here tonight and get it going. Hope you enjoy it from WRCO tonight. A little late start for tonight's action, but should be good. And here we go. First serve of the ball game comes from Rainey Walsh, fielded by Platteville. They'll work it in the middle, pass this way by Hoosier. Shot over the top and down for Saraya Stone. And Platteville is on the board. Stone with the key hit there. Grabant will go back to serve for Platteville, and the Hornets in serve-receive mode. Here comes her approach. And the serve. Fielded near side by the Hornets. Quick set far side and bumped over by Wirtz. Left side now back to the middle for Platteville, trying it now with Stone. And she got in. And she pulled right down the line inbounds to make it 2-0 in favor of Platteville. Back it goes to Grabant. And she will serve for the second time. Here's the approach. Line drive serve, fielded here on the near side. The Hornets work it back to the middle. Paul's is shot blocked. And I don't know if it ever got to her. It was a tough pass. The Hornets are called for being in the net. So it was not a block by Temperley. And it goes 3-0 Platteville. They will serve again. Here's the approach. Line drive serve, fielded by the Hornets. Great dig there, and now pushed over on the left side by Wirtz. Back to the near side, Platteville hits it. Foul in town and out of bounds there. The Hornets got a hand on it. Great dig on the opening hit by Adeline Wirtz. Had a really nice dig on that one, and the volley then resumed, but the Hornets unable to keep it going. 4-0 Platteville. Here's the serve, and it's played there on the back line there by Adeline Wirtz. Back to the middle, punched over by Pauls. Kept live by Platteville. They'll bump it over there and hit number 2. Fielded back line by the Hornets, set left side, and Pauls puts a charge into it, and the Hornets are on the board. Danica Pauls makes it 4-1, and gets the side out of the serve for Richland Center. Ella Clements will serve for RC. Platteville in serve-receive mode, and here's the serve. Back line, Platteville works it back to the right. Temperley gets it over. Hornets back row. There is a quick set, near side shot by Wirtz. Dug back row by Grabant. Now to the right side, and Stone can't get it through. Hornets get the point. L.V. Weiss right there in the middle, wreaking havoc with Platteville, and the Hornets have cut the deficit in half. It is 4-2. Here's the approach and the serve by Clements. Fielded by Platteville, back to the middle. They'll punch it over. Hornets one-handed over. Nice save by Rainey Walsh. Back to Platteville. They'll try again. What is it? Line judge calling it out, and the Hornets will have a point. So they get within a point. It is 4-3. Our score here at the RCHS Fieldhouse, starting out in the first set tonight. Here's Ella Clements with the serve. Fielded by Platteville, pass to the net, right side. Hilleman drive it over, and Kim Temperley got it through the Hornet wall. And RC trying a little pancake there on the bottom, getting underneath. Jamie Johnson pleading his case, but he says no. They say no. It hit the floor, so it will be Platteville point. 5-3. They lead it. Layla Schuler with the approach for Platteville. Serves it right side. Fielded there by Wirtz. Now back to the near side. Pauls dumps it in. Danica Pauls makes it a 1-point set at 5-4. Richland Center kind of finding its way into the lineup for Platteville. Michaela Schneering. And Pauls will start serving way over on the far side by the student section. Line drive net. Net serve, and it's 6-4 Platteville. So Rhea Stone will serve for Platteville as she takes it back. Stone with the approach. And that's a line drive serve. Nice save by Pauls. Ping pongs back from Weiss and punched over now by Razik. Back to the near side. Platteville punched it through the wall and got it down. Attempted block by Taylor Wirtz and Elavie Weiss. And the Hornets couldn't control it. It goes back to Platteville for a serve. 7-4. Platteville leads by 3. Here comes the run-up, and Stone with a left serve, and it bounces over, and the Hornets give up another point. That one almost impossible to field. That'll make it 8-4, Platteville. Stone will try again, gets back, it's a couple of dribbles, and here's the line drive serve, cut off by Weiss. Quick set, Weiss dumps it over after a nice set by Walsh, and Platteville tries again from the left side, driving over is Richard. Here's Walsh passing left side, Hornets take a charge in the run, and down it goes. Evelyn Wirtz got the point. That will make it 8-5. Adeline with the kill, first official here in the opening set. Aubrey Kolstead will serve. Here comes the sophomore with a nice serve. There's the dig by Stone, back to the right side, punched over by Platteville's Temperley. Quick set, Weiss takes a shot and blocked by Platteville. Now it goes. Quinn Temperley. It's a key block there that makes it 9-5. Platteville by 4. And Quinn Temperley will serve. Approached by the sophomore, and there's a line drive fielded by Pauls. Back line. Set by Kolstead back to Danica, and then it hits the net from the back row. The Hornets trail by 5. 10-5 here. Early going of this one tonight. Here comes the run-up and the jump serve. Far side, fielded now by Ellen Wirtz. Quick set, Kolstead shot by Weiss. Out of bounds. Missed the line on the sideline, and a timeout by the Hornets. 11-5 Platteville. We'll be right back with more of the first set on WRCO and WRCO.com. Back to action, Platteville will serve. We're underway again. Hornets return triplet. Left side, now back for Platteville on the right side. They'll drive it over. One hand save there by Tatum Razek. Hornets keep it going. Wirtz punches it over. Near side, Platteville setting it up. Right side bumped over by Hoosier. They'll try again. Weiss with the bar, and they hit the Hornets. Stepped over the line. They did. That'll be a point for Platteville. And they take a 12-5 lead. On the Philney flip phone tonight, Fenimore leading Cuba City 1-0. Dodgeville up on Prairie du Chien 2-0. River Valley 2-0 up on Lancaster. And Ithaca leading North Concord 1-0. And here is a net serve by Platteville. They make a first mistake in a while. And Richland Center gets it back on the side out. That makes it 12-6. Served by the Hornets, fielded by Platteville. Back to the near side, they'll punch it over on the hit by Richard. Now the Hornets try again in the middle, punching it over, and out of bounds. Ella Clements just missed the sideline. That makes it 13-6. In for Platteville, Layla Schuler. And the Hillman will serve again. Number 2, Mia Hoosier. Hoosier with the serve. Fielded now in the back row by the Hornets. Quick set left side. Softly tapped over by J.C. Gander. Back to the right side. Platteville takes it over. The Hornets got a piece of it, but it lands on the floor. Block attempt there by Ella Clements. RC pretty young with this current rotation that's rolling through. That makes it 14-6. Platteville. Here's the serve. Fielded by Wirtz. Pass back to the far side. Gander takes it over. Set by Platteville, back to the middle, softly tapped in, and the Hornets call for a net violation. That'll make it 15-6. Platteville off to a 9-point lead here in this one. Serving again will be Mia Hoosier. Waiting the whistle, and here's the serve. That one fielded back row by Razek. Pass by Kolstad, shot by Gander, and Platteville blocks it back to the Hornets, and down it goes. That was a piece of it by Malaya Temperley. And Platteville suddenly leads by 10 at 16-6. Mia Hoosier will serve again. Mia's serve, fielded by Razek. There is a quick set, and the ball pushed by Clements. Saved back row by Platteville, back to the middle, shot by Temperley, blocked. Nice job by the Hornets now. On the left side, Avery Richard, after Ella Clements blocked that first one so nicely, it ping-ponged back, and Platteville buried it. 17-6. They lead it. Hoosier with a serve. Fielded near side by Razek and Wirtz. The ball is up on the net, blocked by Platteville. Back to the near side, Gander gets it over. Platteville tries again on the right. Over tapped by the Hornets, and the Hornets pass is low under the net and missed, and that'll be another timeout for Richland Center. They use their second timeout. Platteville off and running here to the tune of 18-6. High school volleyball from WRCO Sports.
The winning ticket for the 50-50 raffle is 062 64993. 062 64993.
Platteville with a serve. Hornets with a turn trip, and this one is out of bounds as they got the dig but couldn't control it, and Platteville leads 19-6 in the opener. Mia Hoosier keeps serving. Here's the next one. Fielded back line there by Razek. Back to the far side, punched over. Ball knocked over by Clements and got it down. After Platteville got an initial hand on it, nice play by Ella Clements, and that turns the ball back to the Hornets on the side out. That'll make it 19-7. Serving, Adeline Wirtz. This one to the near side, fielded by Schuler. Ball with the net blocked by the Hornets. Back it goes to Platteville, and play is stopped for the time being. Looks like there is a foul against the Hornets. Right now, Platteville celebrating. That actually goes against Platteville. So the call is against Platteville. Hornets get it. That makes it 19-8. They're within 11. Trying to get a little momentum back. Here's the run-up by Adeline Wirtz and the serve. Fielded there by Stone. Back to the right side. Platteville on the run. Put it in. Avery Richard gets the kill. And that makes it 20-8. Avery Richard putting it down. Platteville was some good attackers here in the opening set. They're within 5 of going out. This one fielded now by the Hornets. Set on the right side. Pauls drives it over. Platteville with a pass to the net. It hangs there. Ball top 30. Rebound and a short back by Quinn Temple. Pushed back by the Hornets. Right side. Platteville drives it. And the Hornets got point. 20-9. That was quite an interesting volley. Rainey Walsh returns to the back row. And Taylor Wirtz in the front row for Richland Center. Taylor Wirtz takes her place, and here's the approach by Rainey Walsh. Nice serve, near side dug by Stone. Platteville goes for the kill attempt there by Richard, and down it goes. Actually, that was Layla Schuler, so that makes it 21-9. Platteville, we haven't had some really long volleys here tonight. Platteville trying again, their libero player with the serve. Fielded near side, dumped here by Ellen Wirtz. Back to the middle, Hornets going to go in. Hit by Pauls. Platteville tries again from the right side. Softly taps it over. Good backup by Wirtz. Ball to the right side, punched over by Walsh. Platteville chases it up the stairs, brings it back in the net. And it's a point for the Hornets. 21-10. Platteville leading. Down the stretch in this one, Ellaby Weiss is in for the Hornets in the front row. And Ella Clements will serve. Fielded by Platteville. Schuler back to the right side. Punched by Richard. Back row. Hornets. Good dig by Wirtz. Set to the left side. Pauls gets it over. Middle of the floor. Fielded there by Gromant. Back to the right side. Into the net. Four hits on Platteville. Couldn't get it over the Hornet block. It hit the top line of the net. Came back to him. And Richland Center is within 10 points. 21-11 in the opener. Ella Clements will serve it. Right side, diving big free ball by Platteville, punched over by Walsh. Back to the right side, now slap by Platteville into the net again. Hornets score, that makes it 21-12 here in the opener. RC playing better and mounting a little bit of a comeback. Ella Clements awaiting the whistle. Timeout for a shoe to be tied, and now we are ready. Ella with a run up, there is the serve. Fielded now by Gromant. That's back to the right side. Shot by Quinn Temple. Fielded by the Hornets. Again on the right side. Taylor Wirtz dumps it over. Fielded now by Platteville. They'll try it on the right side. On the run, a shot by Schuler. Played now by the Hornets. Back to the right side. Pauls drives it over. Cut off now by Stone. She'll get it back on the hip and hits it into the net. That's another Hornet point. 21-13. Richland Center gaining a little bit of confidence now. Platteville remains within 4 of going out. Ella Clements with the run-up. There's the serve, and that's an out-of-bounds serve. Side out Platteville. That makes it 22-13. Returning to the floor is libero player Tatum Razek for Richland Center. And Layla Schuler will serve, and it's a low serve. And the Hornets are called for being in the wrong spot. So that gives a point to Platteville, I believe. We're talking it over with the head coach. So Jamie Johnson pleading his case, but it is a Platteville point. That'll make it a 10-point lead, 23-13. Layla Schuler will serve. Schuler serves it right down the middle of the floor, fielded by Razek. Walsh now to Pauls, stepped over, fielded, punched back by Temple. One-hand save there by Schuler, back to the middle, blocked by Rice. Hornets try again to the right side. Stone over and in. Nice hit by Soraya Stone, and Platteville has game point. 24-13. Back to serve is number 10, Layla Schuler. Steps up, and here's her serve. Ellaby Weiss fields it. Walsh gives it right back to her. That one blocked by Platteville. Now save, pushed back by Wirtz. Back to the right side, Stone, and then Temple in. Drives it in, and that's screen number 1 going to Platteville. 25-13. Final score in the opener here at Richland Center High School in Southwest Wisconsin Conference play. The teams will switch benches, and we'll be back with set number 2 in a moment after these words from WRCO Sports Boosters. It's high school volleyball on a Tuesday night from WRCO and WRCO.com. Here are some stats from the opening set win by Platteville, 25-13. They're led by Soraya Stone with 3 kills. Avery Richard and Layla Schuler each have kills. On the way for Richland Center, 2 kills for Danica Pauls. Elodie Weiss has a block and Adeline Wirtz has a kill. Richland Center fell behind early on in that one and just never really able to dig out of the hole, although they did make a little bit of a run there, scoring several points in a row. But Platteville holds them at bay and gets the opening set win here this evening. Looking at some other notes on games tonight from the Phil Lee flip phone. Ithaca up on North Crawford, 2-0. Seneca leads 2-0 over Kickapoo. Also tonight, Ozeka Steuben leads 1-0 over Lafarge Youth Initiative. Dodgeville 2-0 up on Prairie du Chien. DeSoto 2-0 on Weston, and River Valley 2-0 up on Lancaster from the Southwest Conference this evening. Richland Center use at our right, and Platteville to our left here in the second set. Both teams begin with their libero player. Maggie Gravant will be serving it up for Platteville. We'll get set number 2 underway. Hornets in serve receive Mo. Gravant with the whistle. Takes her time, and then here's the run up. There's the serve. Here, a nice diving dig by Razic. Pass back to the right side. Shot by Pauls. Platteville plays it right in the middle. Taking the shot over the top that time is Quinn Temperley. Pushed back by Razic. Platteville tries again. Right side knocking it over is Stone. Here's Pauls, and then Wall sets it up. And Gander takes it over for the Hornets. Back to the right side, shot by Platteville. This is by the Hornets, but they can't control it. Goes underneath the net, and that is a point for Platteville. 1-0 the score. Here comes the next Platteville serve. Far side, and the Hornets unable to field it on the back line. And that'll make it a 2-0 lead. That'll go as an ace for Gravant. That's our first ace tonight. Here comes the approach and the line drive serve. Fielded by Razic. Set on the near side by Wall. Shot by Pauls. Played back row. Nice job by Gravant. Back to the right side. Punched over by Schuler. Hornets field it. Walsh passes. Pauls drives it in. Nice play. Off the assist from Rainey Walsh. Danica Pauls makes it a 2-1 ball game. Richland Center with the exclamation point. Getting the serve. And here's the approach. Hornets line it. And it's going to be fielded by Platteville, but no one else is there around. Layla Keeler after she got the initial dig. And the Hornets have tied it at 2. Varsity will try again. Sophomore Ella Clements with the serve, and it's out of bounds. It'll come back now to Platteville. They lead it 3-2. Side out for Platteville. Returning is Tatum Razick to the lineup for Richland Center. Served by Schuler, fielded by Razick. Back to Walsh on the right side. Pauls takes it over the wheel. It's going to be tapped by Platteville. Kept live back to the middle. Punched over that side by Temperley. Great dig by Wirtz. Pushed back to the right side. And the Hornets go over on the hit by Pauls. Tying the score at 3. Richland Center looking a bit better now on their teamwork. And Danica Pauls will serve. Pauls moving all the way to the near side. Here's a line drive serve. Fielded now by Stone. Pass to the right side. Soraya gets it back, drives it over. Here's Walsh passing, and then punched over by Evelyn Wirtz. Saved by Platteville back to the middle. They punched it over and out of bounds. They missed the line, and Richland Center leads 4-3 for Richland Center. Their first lead tonight. Danica Pauls with the serve. Fielded by Platteville. Passed back to the left side, and Platteville hits it into the net. And the Hornets lead by 2. 5-3 in the second. Danica Pauls will serve. To the approach. Fielded now by Platteville. They get it to the net. Quick set. Shot over. Tipped by the Hornets, and down it goes. Tim Temperley. It's a Platteville point. That makes it 5-4. Side out Platteville. A couple of dribbles, and Soraya Stone makes the run up. Here's the serve. Fielded by Pauls. Walsh puts the pass back to Danica. She gets it over from the back row. Fielded now on the left side by Platteville. They're going to drive it over on the hit by Richard. Good dig by Ellen Wirtz. She gets it back and fires it over. Up the assist from Walsh. There's the ball ripped to the right side by Temperley. Hornets try to return it. And it's going to be over and down. Ellen Wise. Nice job on the net. And the Hornets getting a point. They go up by a score of 6-4. Into the lineup, Aubrey Kolstead. Aubrey in the back row for the Hornets, and in the front row is Taylor Wirtz. 6-4. Hornets in the second. They lost the first one, 25-13. Here comes the serve. Fielded back line by Gavant. Pass for Platteville. Shot blocked by Weiss. Back to Platteville again. They'll try with a hit by Schneering. And it's into the net from the back row. The Hornets lead by 3, 7-4 in the second. Aubrey Kolstead will serve again. Aubrey with the whistle. Here is the serve, right in the middle of the back row. Fielded there by Schneering, and then recovered. Platteville gets it over and hit by Richard. Back to the near side, Weiss drives it over. Platteville on a hand on it, 2 hands on it, and they're going to fall down out of bounds, and the ball ends in there as well. Hornets up by a score of 8-4 in the second, holding their own now after a fairly lopsided loss in the opener. 8-4 Richland Center in the second. Here's the approach, the serve. Platteville works it back to the right. Shot is over. Hit by Quinn Temperley. 8-5. Platteville gets the side out. Her second kill in the second set. Timeout for the ball to be chased. And Platteville will serve again. 8-5 Richland Center in the second. Quinn Temperley with the serve. Fielded by Pauls. Kept live pass by Kolstead, and now Wirtz gets it over. Platteville works it to the left side. They take a shot. This one out of the building. No tip. That hit by Avery Richard. Missed the back line, and Richland Center is back up by 4. It is 9-5. Tatum Razek will serve for Richland Center. Tatum's serve cut off by Platteville. There's the set by Stone on the run shot. Blocked by the Hornets. And Ella Clements up on that one, and the Hornets go up by 5. It is 10-5. Here comes the serve again by Richland Center. On the far side, dug by Platteville. Set right side, rainbowed over by Richard. Here's the set by Kolstad. Patty Wirtz takes it over. Ball to the left side. Now back in the middle for Platteville. They take it over. Hornets back it up nicely, and Alan Wirtz gets it over. Back row Platteville. There's the set on the near side. Shot over and down it goes for Platteville. They played it well to Avery Richard with a nice pass, and it makes it 10-6. Into the lineup for Platteville will be number 10, Layla Schuler. Mia Hoosier will serve. Hoosier steps up, fires it. Going to be dug on the far side by Wirtz. Back to the near side. Punched over that time by the Hornets. Platteville hits it into the official on the tree. Going to lift his call as well as they tried to save it. The Hornets are up by a score of 11-6. Here in the second, Platteville won the first, 25-13. Here's the serve by Richland Center, fielded by Platteville. Quick set on the right side, ball blocked by the Hornets, and back to Platteville as it hit the antenna. Well played by Avery Richard, and Platteville gets the side out. That makes it a 4-point set, 11-7. Richland Center leading in the second. Avery Richard with the serve for Platteville. Fielded now by Wirtz, back to the near side poles, knuckles it over. Saved by Platteville, punched over by Schuler, and she gets it in. Kind of a diving try by Alan Wirtz, and it makes it 11-8. 3-point lead now for the Hornets. Avery Richard with the run-up. This one is way out of the building, out of bounds, and the Hornets gain a point back. 12-8. RC by 4. Coming into the lineup, J.C. Gander and Rainey Walsh. And Rainey will serve. Walsh gets the whistle. Here's the approach, line drive, serve, and an ace. Platteville misplayed it, and the Hornets go up 13-8. Richland Center's first ace serve tonight. Rainey Walsh will try again. This one fielded by Platteville, back line, Quinn Temperley, and then they'll pass the ball driven hard by Maria Temperley. And Walsh and Wirtz get it over. Back to the left side, Platteville, they'll try again with a shot. Knuckled over and down it goes for Soraya Stone. 13-9, Platteville staying in the ball game. They'll get the ball back on a side out. Getting a few finals coming across. Again, a little later start tonight. Here comes the approach and the serve by Globant. And it's going to be an ace right to the floor there on the serve. That makes it 13-10. Platteville within 3. Globant with the ace. She will approach it again from the near side, serving to the far side. And the Hornets get a beat on it. Pauls bumps it to the ceiling. And now on the left side, trying to get it all the way about half the length of the basketball court, and it's going to be not in time for Tatum Razek, who tried to save it. That makes it 13-11. Platteville within 2 in the second. Levant with the run up. There is the line drive serve. Fielded now by Razek. Hornets keep it live, and they're punched over by Clements. Platteville tries in the middle, punched by Temperley, right side, nice save there by Walsh. And Pauls drives it over, diving dig back row by Stone, back to the right side, punched in by Stone. Hornets play it, hit number 3, comes over. Good recovery, Alan Wirtz on hit number 3. Here's the set, again Platteville tries, hitting out of bounds, and the Hornets get a point. 14-11. Decent volley there. River Valley has defeated Lancaster 3-0 tonight in conference volleyball. Here's the serve, and an ace by the Hornets. Ella Clements makes it 15-11. Richland Center with a second ace, and Ella will try again. Here's the serve, Far side, fielded there by Gobert. Now the pass for Temperley. Quinn gets it over. Hornets bump it right over the top by Gander. Again, the set. Platteville dumps it in. That's a hit by Layla Schuler, who got it in front of the Hornet block. And Platteville stays within 3. Soccer final, Reedsburg 5-0 over Portage Poinet as well. That one just in. And the Dells 4-0 over the Coosa. There's a net serve by Platteville. Both teams have struggled in the serve department at times here tonight. 16-12. Side out Richland Center as Platteville gives him a point and a serve. And Danica Pauls is a serve queen. She's done a great job through her high school career. Coming up, and here it is. Right down the middle and just out of bounds. Just missed. And Platteville gets a point right back. So the teams exchange service errors. Platteville will try it again. 16-13. Richland Center leads in the second. Platteville won the opener. Here's the approach. Stone to the line drive serve. Pauls makes the play. Pass by Walsh. Adeline Wirtz gets it over. Fielded by Platteville. They'll try it on the left side with Richard. Down the middle. Played by Pauls. Walsh. Wirtz drives it over. Platteville works it again. There's hit number 2 over from the center. Platteville now getting it back from the hit from Pauls in the back row. There's the set. Platteville tries again. It goes straight down. Slamming it was Quinn Temperley. And Platteville is within 2 at 16-14. Again, Platteville playing tonight without Rihanna Dye, who is not here. Served by Platteville, left side. And the Hornets miss the second pass. And all of a sudden, Platteville is within 1 point. 16-15 in the second. Coach Jamie Johnson telling them to calm down a little bit, try to get back in sync. Here's the serve. The set in the middle. Weiss, a shot blocked straight up back to the Hornets. Pass back to the right side and now punched over by Gander. And Platteville misses on hit number 2, and it's a point for the Hornets. Platteville trying to sneak it in, and the Hornets go back up by 2 at 17-15. Taylor Wirtz, front left. Back row to serve, Aubrey Kolstad as the Hornets rotate around. Here comes the run-up and the serve. Fielded by Platteville. They'll take it left side. Taking a soft angle, Avery Richard. Dug by Wirtz. Back to the far side. Taylor Wirtz gets it in. Adeline got a hit. Ellery Weiss gave it to the other side. And Taylor Wirtz gives Richland Center a 3-point lead. And Platteville will use a timeout. Down the stretch in set number 2, Platteville won the opener 25-13. Richland Center leads in the second 18-15. High school volleyball tonight from WRCO Sports. Welcome back to the Richland Center High School Fieldhouse. It's been a much more evenly played match in the second set as we thought it would be coming in here tonight. Platteville's a good ball club. The Hornets, kind of the younger upstarts in the league, trying to hold home court in the conference. Leading by 3. Here's the serve. Fielded by Platteville. There's the set on the right side. Taking a shot over is Temperley. Nice dig by Kolstad. Back to the middle. Weiss taps it over. Ball set on the right side. Punched over by Platteville on the near side. Back to the middle. Weiss takes it over. Nice fielding it is Platteville's left and now punched over by Richard. Back row again. That's Pauls. Set. Driven over and down by Wirtz. For Taylor Wirtz, her second kill at as many points. 19-15 here in the second. And Richland Center has jumped ahead by 4. Serving, Aubrey Kolstad. Aubrey's played pretty well in this back row as well, making some plays and passes. Here's the serve. Fielded by Platteville. Set on the left side, taking a shot. Platteville hits it out of the building, and the Hornets lead by 5. 20-15 in the second. RC within 5 of going out. Serving will be Aubrey Kolstead. Aubrey with the run-up, and here's a soft serve to the near side, fielded by Platteville. We'll take it left again. Shot blocked by Weiss. Back to Platteville, taking a shot over the top on the hit that time by Temperley. Played again by the Hornets. Right side, Kolstead from the back row gets it over. Platteville sets it on the run. Richards got it in, got it down. Taking the angle, and Platteville gets a point. 20-16 on the kill by Avery Richard. Side out Platteville. Quinn Temperley, their sophomore, will serve. 20-16 Richland Center. There's the serve. Fielded by Pauls. Set by Kolstead, and now tapping it over is Pauls. Platteville sets it left side. Again, taking it over is Avery Richard. Fielded on the right side. Platteville's going to try to block this hit by Pauls. They get a tap on it, keep it live, get it over. Back row, raise it. Back to the middle. Weiss dumps it over. Platteville tries again. Center the left side, taking the shot and getting it down is Avery Richard. He's got 2 points in a row, and it's a 3-point set. 20-17. Platteville will serve again. Quinn Temperley gets the whistle. Here's the line drive serve, fielded by Adeline Wirtz. Back to the near side, Taylor Wirtz shot over and down. Well, she's played well here in the second set. That'll be her 3rd point. That makes it 21-17. Back to serve for Richland Center. Tatum raise it. Hornets by 4 in the second set, and there's a net serve. It goes right back to Platteville on the side out. They gain a point, 21-18. Hornets. In the second, Platteville leads the match 1-0, and serving will be Mia Hoosier. Mia with a serve, fielded back row by the Hornets. Raise it, Kolstead, Taylor Wirtz drives it over. Platteville tries it left side, shot blocked by Wirtz on the hit by Richard. Back to the Hornets again. Here goes the shot by Ella Clements, and Platteville can't play the kill off the net, and the Hornets gain a point. They're up by 4, 22-18 in the second. Adeline Wirtz back to do the honors and will serve. Adeline with the run-up from the back row, and here's the line drive serve. Fielded by Platteville. There is the set. Shot over the top that time and hit by Avery Richard. Set by the Hornets from the back row. Raise it, gets it over. Platteville tries again. Softly tapping it over there was Richard. Back to the near side. Hornets field it. Pauls drives it over. Platteville tries again. Taking a shot is Avery Richard. Saved by the Hornets. Pass to the near side. Pauls puts a charge in the end. And the Hornets go up 23-18. Timeout Platteville. Danica Pauls gets the point for Richland Center. And Richland Center playing much better here in the second. They lost the opener 25-13, but leading 23-18 in the second. We'll keep it here for the timeout. Not too far from the completion of this one. Milwaukee leading the LA Angels 5-1. That's in the bottom of the sixth. Ithaca up on North Crawford 2-1. Wisconsin Heights 1, New Glarus 1. The volleyball final was Zika Steuben 3-0 over Lafarge Youth Initiative. Fenimore and Cuba City are tied at 1 apiece. Seneca 3 and Kickapoo 0 in Ridge and Valley volleyball. And as mentioned earlier, River Valley leads that one and wins it 3-0 over Lancaster in Southwest Wisconsin Conference play. Richland Center is within 2 of going out in the second. Platteville returns to the floor. Getting set to serve is Adeline Wirtz. Here's the run-up and the line drive serve. Fielded by Platteville. Set on the far side, tapped by the Hiller. Driving it over. Now, nice save. Punching it over is Wirtz. Left side again. Richard takes the shot. Blocked by Wirtz. Set again. There's a soft set over the top. Played by Pauls. Kolstead gives it back to Danica. That one walks over the top of the net. Platteville working it, and they drive it over. On the right side, Taylor Wirtz takes the shot. Tipped by Platteville again. They'll set it for the middle. Shot is up into the net, and the Hornets have game point. 24-18 in the second set. And the Hornets, Alan Wirtz will serve. Richland Center looking to even the match at 1. Here's the serve, played by Platteville. They'll work it to the right side, taking a shot, tipped by the Hornets, and that'll be a point for Platteville as it went out of bounds, but it was tipped at the net. That makes it 24-19. Platteville will try again. They get the ball back. Avery Richard with the run-up. There's a soft serve. Fielded now by Razik. Kolstead back to Pauls for the win. Got it over, and Platteville can't field it. And the Hornets take the second, 25-19. Well, it's going to be a late one tonight. I think we're going to have a marathon set. We're only into 2 games, and it's past 8:30. We've got more coming up, one apiece, coming up the Dairyland Transportation High School Sports Update. And we'll give you some stats from this second set. When we return, this is high school volleyball from WRCL and WRCO.com. Welcome back to the Richland Center High School Fieldhouse. Tonight, it's even at 1 set apiece, and we're going to the third here tonight, looking at some stats from set number 2, leading the way in the Richland Center victory. 3 kills for Danica Pauls, 2 kills for Taylor Wirtz, an ace apiece for Rainey Walsh, and for Ella Clements. Platteville is led by Quinn Temperley with 4 kills. Avery Richard had 2 as well, and they did get an ace in there as well. That was from Maggie Gabant. So that is their second ace of the night. Back to the floor. Richland Center is to our left, Platteville to our right for the third set of the evening. This one would be a tussle, and it certainly has been. Both teams battling for the conference title last year. And Richland Center losing a number of leaders to graduation. Of course, everybody always does. Platteville coming back here tonight. Trying to avenge some losses to the Hornets a year ago. Here we go. Here comes the serve to begin set number 3. It's going to be fielded by Platteville. Quick set of an ear side. They'll take a shot. That one over the top. Nice job by Razik. And then Paul slaps it over. Platteville works it again. Near side. Avery Richard drops it back row. Adeline Wirtz. There's the set for Paul. Takes a shot. Got it down. Hornets lead. 0-0. Danica Pauls with another kill to her resume. And Richland Center will serve it after the ball is found. Sometimes that's a challenge. Here we go. Serving will be Richland Center's Rainey Walsh for the second time. This one fielded by Platteville. They'll set it left side, punched over, and kept live. The Hornets can't field it. That one pinballed back around and unable to get it back. We are tied at 1 in the third. Levant is in. Maggie, senior, back to the back row. After the whistle, here comes the approach. Line drive serve, fielded now by Razek. Walsh sets it, taking a shot over the top that time is Clements. Fielded again by Platteville. Punched over by Stone. Hornets try again in the middle, driven over by Clements. Here's the set by Platteville. They'll take the angle. Falls with a one-hand save. Walsh sets it for Gander, who drives it over. Fielded again by Platteville on the right side. Knuckling it over is Stone. Kept live by the Hornets, back to the middle. Clements punches it over. One-hand save by Platteville, and they get it over on hit number 3 from the back row. Here's Wall setting it over on 7-2, and a violation is called. The Hornets, after a really good volley, I think they're going to say that was an inadvertent whistle. They will. They had called RC for out of bounds, or being out of line, I believe. So this will come back to the official in the middle. Going to wipe off that ball a little bit as well. It's nice and cool in here. I was kind of worried about that with the summer day we had. It might be a little muggy, but it's very, very comfortable. Here we go. One apiece in the third. Levant with the serve. Fielded back row now by Razek. Pass to the left side and Cole shoots it into the net. Came down hard and she's all right. That makes it a 2-1 Platteville lead. Levant will serve. Gets a couple of whistles. Here's the run-up and the line drive serve. Fielded now by the Hornets. Adeline Wirtz. Razek, and then over the shoulder hit by Pauls. Platteville's turn, flip to the right side. Shot is over and down it goes. Correa Stone makes it 3-1. Stone gets the kill for Platteville, and they will take the serve again. 3-1, they lead. Sets are even at 1 apiece. Levant gets the whistle. Maggie with the run-up, and lines it right down the middle. Razek, Clements, and now Pauls from the left side takes it over. Platteville on the center, right over the top of goals. Nice job. And he's making the play, and the Hillman are going to go up now by a score of 4-1. Levant gets the whistle, and here's the serve. Down the middle, fielded by Pauls. Set by Walsh, taking it over the wall is Clements. One-hand save by Platteville. Back to the Hornets, and Pauls knuckles into the back row. Fielded by Levant on the right side. Platteville punches it through the wall. Correa Stone gives her team a 5-1 lead. So right now, the officials going to call a timeout for a moment. I believe the near side line judge is calling for that antenna to be checked. It may have been hit the last time. Looks like it's still Velcroed on there well. All right, we're ready to go. 5-1 Platteville. Levant with the serve. Fielded by Pauls, and it turns off the net. They're able to play it off the net. That makes it 6-1. Platteville in the third. Levant gets the ball back from the official. Couple of dribbles, and here's the run-up and the line drive serve, fielded by Pauls. Here's Rainey Walsh. Ball is tipped, blocked by Platteville. Push to the Hornets. They push it out of bounds. Well played by Soraya Stone and the net. Jamie Johnson wants a timeout. 7-1. Platteville is jumped out in the third set. We're even in one apiece, but Platteville leads by 6 here in the third on WRCO and WRCO.com. Welcome back to Richland Center High School. Good to have you along tonight. Sounds like the Brewers are leading at last word. One other thing concerning the Brewers that I couldn't believe today, Robin Yount turns 70 today. How can that be? My goodness. He's still the kid. Here we go, 7-1 Platteville leads here in the third. The man with a serve, and it's going to be an ace. So Platteville keeps it rolling. 8-1. Is the score. Maggie gets her second ace on the night. Comes up after the whistle. Hornets in serve receive mode. And here is the serve. Fielded by Pauls. Her ball is going to hit the antenna on the way back, and it comes out of bounds. That'll make it a score of 9-1. 9-1. Here's the official whistle. Gavant with a serve. Tapped the net. Fielded off the body by Razek. Fights it over. Nice save. And the ball on the right side. Punched down by Platteville. Tim Kimberly from the set of Layla Schuler. And it makes it a 10-1 Platteville lead. Here comes the next serve. Gavant stays back there. Main plate down the back row. And here's the line drive. Fielded now by Evelyn Wirtz. Set on the right side. Punched over by Clements. Saved by Platteville on the right side. Punched over by Stone. Hornets try again. Left side. Pauls takes a shot. And it is out of bounds. Just missed the L on the back line. And Platteville suddenly leads by 10 here in the third. 11-1, Platteville. Maggie Gavant will have the whistle, and now here's the run-up and the line drive serve. Fielded now by Adeline Wirtz, pass back to the middle. Lucy Gander gets it over, and probably a little miscommunication. Their second pass, nobody called, and it lands in. The Hornets get a point. 11-2 the score. Ella Weiss is back front left for the Hornets, and Ella Clements will serve. Gavant with a nice save in the back line. Pass to the right side, punched over by Schuler. Hornets try with Pauls. Off the set from Weiss. Get it over. Platteville return trip left side, driving over is Stone. Back row Hornets back to the front. Pauls saves it with a knuckle. Ball to the left side for Platteville. They're going to take a shot, and they got it in. Soraya Stone part of the Waters in the back row and makes it a 12-2 ball game. Stone having a good third set. That's 6 kills. Michaela Schneering is in to serve for Platteville. Sets are even at one apiece. Platteville leading in the third, 12-2. Schneering's serve, fielded by Ellen Wirtz. Left side, here's the pass to Weiss. Got it over, nice save by Stone, and Hillman get it over. Left side falls, Walsh, and Gander shot blocked by Stone. Hoosier now back to Stone, and Sarah gets it over. Knuckled back by Walsh on hit number 2. Platteville tries again in the middle. Diving it in is Kimberly. That makes it 13-2. Platteville. Kimberly with her second kill for number 7. That's what she wears, number 7. Here's the serve, fielded by Wirtz. Now Paul centers it. Back Weiss gets it over for the Hornets. Platteville tries again with a set. Right side. Fighting Waters again with Soraya Stone. That makes it 14-2 on the kill by Stone. 4 of them here in the second. And Platteville will take a turn. Officials are a little concerned that ball came over in the air. Kind of warning whoever did that. And Platteville serves it. That one, with a lot of air under it, goes out of bounds. And it belongs to the Hornets on the side up. 14-3 in the third. Platteville in the lead. Danica Paul starts on the left side and then floats it to the middle. Avant on the right side. Stone centers it, driven over by Temperley. There's Walsh, and Addie Woods drives it in the middle. Played now by Platteville to the near side. Shot is in the net, or is it? And Platteville is going to be called for a double hit. Double hit on Platteville, and the Hornets have scored 2 in a row. 14-4 in the third. I think these games before this kind of scoring, back when you can only score with a serve back in the day, boy, there were some long nights then. Here's the serve by Pauls. Set up by Platteville. They'll pass to the right side. This one knuckled and blocked by the Hornets and out of bounds. Soraya Stone put a charge in when the Hornets block it. Can't control it. Out of bounds it goes. 15-4. I remember Richland Center at State against Waupun one year. Here's the serve by Platteville. And that one is going to be misplayed by the Hornets. That goes as an ace. 16-4. I also remember River Valley at State one year, way back when Kathy Kinney was the coach, and that was a marathon as well. Then you had to turn around and play the final the same night. That was crazy. Ball goes back to the right side. Hornets return it. Weiss, near side. Platteville takes a shot. Weiss blocks it on the hit by Richard. Platteville tries again. Richard's hit. Played in the back row by Razik. There's Walsh. Addie Wirtz gets it over. Back row. Platteville front row. Shot by Temperley. Dug by Walsh. Good play by the Hornets, and Pauls strikes the ladder, and the Hornets get a point. 16-5 the score. Into the game for the Hornets, number 14, Aubrey Kolstad in the back row. In the front row is Taylor Wirtz. And Taylor will serve. 16-5, Platteville leading. Match is even at 1 apiece. Here's the serve. Fielded back line by Gavin. They center it back to the middle. Richard drives it over. Pauls, Kolstad, and Taylor Wirtz drives it over. Fielded by Platteville. Back to the near side. Shot is through the net, and down it goes. Through the block. Avery Richard put a charge on one. I thought he could have gone through the net. It would have been right in the net. Hornets unable to block it. That makes it 17-5. Richard gets the score. Platteville will try again. Quinn Temperley with a jump serve. Fielded back row by Adeline Wirtz. Weiss gives it right back to her. Adeline gets it over. Platteville tries in the middle. Straight up block by Weiss. Trying again as Richard gets it over. Set on left side. Adeline Wirtz is going to be blocked there by Temperley. And down it goes. Blocked by Malaya Temperley, the freshman. And the Hornets unable to recover. That makes it 18-5. Here's the approach by Platteville. Here's the serve. Fielded by Wirtz. Gets it right back. Allen pumps it over to the back row. Fielded by Platteville on the right side. Driving it over is Richard. Saved by the Hornets on the left side. And Adeline Wirtz rainbows it over. And Platteville can't play it. An initial dig by Richard. Bounced off of Temperley and out of bounds. And the Hornets gain a point. 18-6. The ball game score. Timeout for perspiration to be white with condensation from the floor. 18-6, Platteville leading in the third. And the line drive serve is a net serve. The Hornets give up a point, and the serve to Platteville. 19-6 the score. In for Platteville is Layla Schuler, front row. Mia Hoosier will serve. Mia with a line drive. Fielded back row by the Hornets. Back to the middle. Taylor Wirtz knuckles it over, and Platteville is going to get a point. Hornets call for being in the net. That'll make it 20-6 in favor of Platteville. Timeout by Richland Center. Platteville won the opener, 25-13. Richland Center won the second, 25-19. Platteville leading here in the third, 20-6. It has been a while since we checked the Fill Me flip phone, sponsored by Y Connect Wireless. Westby defeats Black River Falls 3-0 in volleyball, while Paca beats Wisconsin Dells 3-0. Fenimore up on Cuba City 2-1. And those are some of the latest ones we have. I told you earlier, River Valley had swept Lancaster. Timeout is over. Platteville back to the floor. Flip phone scoreboard sponsored by Y Connect Wireless. Good to be back at RCHS. Yes, I sampled a big cookie, but I can't eat it all at once. The big cookies are so big here. In fact, I nibble a little bit. Probably have some in my duffel bag during Thursday and Friday's games as well. Just kind of good to get a little bit of a sweet treat. As long as Hank doesn't get in my duffel bag, we should be good to go for the next couple of games. Timeout is over. Here's the serve. Back row, played by the Hornets. There's a quick set. Wirtz down the line, fielded now by Platteville. Back to the right side, ball at the top, tipped. And now on the left side, Wirtz drops it over. Nice dig by Avery Richard. Gets it back from Hoosier, drives it over. Back row Hornets. They'll set it for the left side. Adeline Wirtz knuckles it over. Platteville fields it. Hoosier, nice set. Ball over by Layla Schuler. Hornets 1, 2, and 3. Can't get it over on the third hit from the back row. And Platteville takes a jump 21-6 here in the third. Platteville leading by 15. Serving will be Mia Hoosier. And Mia with the serve, fielded by Razor. Colstead sets it up, taking a shot is Ella Clements. Platteville fields it, and they'll get it over on the hit by Layla Schuler. Hornets try again. Adeline Wirtz takes it over. That ball is going to drop. Platteville tried to kick it. Quinn Temperley tried to keep it off the ground, but it lands right on the line. Good hit by Adeline Wirtz, and that makes it 21-7. Adeline playing all the way around for the Hornets. There's the serve. Platteville got a hand on it. Out from the back row, back to the front. Mia Hoosier gets it over. Here's the set for the Hornets. Dropping it over. There's Clements, kept live by the Hillman, and they're going to drive it over and out of bounds. Malaya Temperley took a shot on the line and missed, and it is 21-8. Platteville 4, within 4 of going out, trying to put the Hornets away. They are staying pesky. Here's the serve. Fielded by the Hillman. They're going to play it off at Terham, and there's Rob Schuler. Recovers, gets it over. Hornets returning on a hit by Pauls. There's a shot again by Platteville. That one is into the net, and it's a 21-9 game. So kind of like the first one, Platteville built a big lead, and the Hornets had a little bit of a flurry of scoring at the end. Here's the serve by the Hornets. Oh, a net serve. Adeline Wirtz just did not quite make it over the serve and bounded and came right back. That makes it 22-9. Platteville. Here's the serve by Platteville. Fielded now by Raisin. Now Pauls drives it over. Platteville bumps it to the ceiling. Hoosier on the right side, driving it over his Stone. Here's a set for the Hornets. Clements goes left-handed, drives it over. Platteville on the right side, back to the left, driving it over his Stone. Good recovery by the Hornets, and Pauls drops it over and down it goes. Adeline Wirtz and Tatum Razek collided in the back row, and were able to keep that ball alive back to Danica Pauls. So the Hornets stay pesky, 22-10. Platteville in the lead in the third, and Rainey Walsh will serve. Rainey with a run-up, that's a net serve, and the point goes right back to Platteville. So that makes it 23-10 in the third. Serving for Platteville is Maggie Roman. Here is the run-up and the serve. Fielded by Razek. Walsh to the far side, and Pauls drives into the net, and Platteville has game point. 24-10 in the third. Platteville with game point. Maggie Romance with the whistle. And here's the approach and the serve. Near side, Wirtz, back to Clements, and Vander gets it over. Here's the set by Platteville on the near side, going for the win, and they get it. Shalea Stone with the kill on game point, That makes it 25-10, and Platteville gets the win in set number 3. Platteville up 2-1. They can win it with another win. The Hornets have to win 2 tonight to take this conference match. And then it's getting late. Some of the fans have decided to start mingling. Maybe that helps our listenership. I don't know. Taking their new t-shirts and going home. But there's more to play here tonight. The 4th set is coming up. We'll have a recap of some stats from set number 3 as well when we return with more in a moment from WRCO and WRCO.com. Stats on set number 3 tonight for Platteville. Soraya Stone with a total of 5 kills and 1 ace. So she certainly had a showcase there. And Quinn Temperley with 2 kills, leading the way for Platteville. Richland Center is paced by Danica Pauls with 2 kills. Platteville wins the opener, 25-13. Richland Center wins the second, 25-19. And a 25-10 win for Platteville in the third. We go to the 4th. Richland Center to our right, Platteville to our left. Here in this 4th set. Platteville trying to win it and get back on the bus. The Hornets trying to force it to a 5th for this evening. Officials going over the lineups and the rows and the orders. And we're about set to start it again here for you on WRCO-FM in Richland Center, Wisconsin. We'll have high school volleyball on Thursday night, live from River Valley. Then the Friday night game featuring Richland Center and Platteville in football at Vitus Whitfield. Platteville getting the approach to serve. Number 15, the libero player, Maggie Gavant, will be the server. And here we go. We are underway in the 4th. This one fielded by Pohl, set by Wolf, and Platteville reaching over the net. That's a Hornet point. 1-0 Richland Center. That'll be Weiss rotates in for Richland Center. The Hornets have that height in the front row, and the server is Ella Clements. Ella with a serve, and Vermont can't play it. It's out of bounds. 2-0 Richland Center. So this adds a little bit to the Hornet fire, and this one's starting similar to the win for Richland Center in the second set, where they built a good lead, and Platteville just couldn't play very well as a team. Here's the serve, led by Vermont. There's the set, shot down the line and in for Layla Schuler. Gets Platteville on the board, 2-1. Side out for Platteville. The server is Michaela Schneering. Michaela back to the back row. There's the whistle. Hornets in serve-receive mode, and here's the serve. Fielded now by Wirtz. Walsh. Pauls. Drops it through. Platteville got a hand on it. Diving in from the back was Avery Richard trying to save that and couldn't do it. The Hornets go up 3-1. Danica Pauls will serve. And here's a line drive on the near side. Fielded by Platteville. Back to the middle and punched over by Stone. Hornets try it with a pass by Gander. Adeline Wirtz takes the angle, gets it over. Ball pumped by Platteville. Hornets set right side. Gander can't get it over on the third hit, and it's 3-2. Platteville within 2 in the fourth. Platteville winning against River Valley in 4 earlier this season. And then River Valley beat them in the tournament. There's the serve by Platteville, and it's going to be an ace. Served by Gravant. And I checked that. That was Soraya Stone, so that makes it 3-3. Stone with the ace, and Platteville with another serve. This is a net serve right back to the Hornets, and that makes it a score of 4-3. Into the game is Aubrey Kolstad in the back row. Taylor Wirtz in the front row. And the Hornets will serve. Here comes the run-up and the line drive serve, fielded by Platteville. They'll set it back to the right side, taking it down the line, and in is Tim Temperley. That makes it a 4-4 ball game. Platteville will get the side out again. Platteville winning games 1 and 3. The Hornets winning 2. 4-4 in the fourth. Here's the serve. Fielded by Wirtz. Far side Weiss centers it back. Pauls gets it over. Platteville will work it to the right. Now punched over by Hoosier. Hornets set it up for a try by Weiss. Back row. It's going to be fielded by Platteville. Back to the near side. They hit the antenna on the way over. And the Hornets gain a point. 5-4. Richland center in the fourth. Tatum Razik will serve. Ella Clements is in the front row. And here goes the serve. And it's an ace, and the Hornets go up 6-4. Tatum Razik will do the honors again. Here comes the serve. And it's fielded by Platteville in the back row. They work it to the left side. Over the top that time for Richard. Kolstad sets it up. Adeline Wirtz drives it over. Fielded now on the near side. Platteville back to the middle. Softly tapped over by Richard. Here's the pass on the right side. And then driven over by Pauls and out of bounds. Platteville almost played it, but decided to let it go, and it went just past the line. 6-5 score. Schuler returns to Platteville's front. And Mia Hoosier will serve for Platteville. This one fielded by Razik for the Hornets. Kolstad, and now dumped over that time by Taylor Wirtz. Pass to the left side. Punched over on the hit by Richard. Hornets try again. Near side, Adeline Wirtz takes it over. Richard makes the play. Hoosier gives it right back to her. And Richard drives it over. Fielded by Razik. Kolstad on the right side. Adeline Wirtz takes it over. Oh, Platteville collides. Ball stays playing. And this one dropped over the top by Schuler. Back to the right side. Hornets get it back. Platteville drives it over on the hit by Temperley. Hornets drive over on the hit by Wirtz. Shot now by Schuler. Back row Hornets. They juggle, struggle, and hit. Finally over. Wow, nice recovery by Wirtz and Pauls, and Platteville plays it over. What a volley. Back to the right side. Shot by Wirtz. That's in the net. Allen couldn't quite make it to the block, and Platteville is tied to score. 6-6. That last volley was certainly something. Serving will be Mia Hoosier. Here's the serve. Fielded by Razik. Back to the right side. Now punched over by Clements. Platteville tries again. Left side. Taking a shot. The ball is blocked by the Hornets. Punched over again by Clements. That went on the net, and it's going to hit. Platteville can't quite play it over. And the Hornets win the battle at the net. 7-6 to the score. Adeline Wirtz will serve for Richland Center. Platteville in serve-receive mode. Here comes the serve. Back line played by Platteville. Back to the middle, and now punching it over is Temperley. And the Hornets took it in the back row and can't play it. Freshman Malia Temperley ties the score at 7. Serving will be Avery Richard for Platteville after they retrieve the ball. 7-7 down the stretch. Platteville trying to win it in 4. Hornets trying to keep it going. There's the serve. Fielded now on the near side by Razek. Back to Kolstad, and Pauls hooks one into the net, and Platteville takes the lead. 8-7. Filmy foot phone tonight. Ithaca 3-1 over North Crawford. Royal 3-1 over Bangor. Here's the set by Platteville with a serve. Fielded by the Hornets. Alan Wirtz from the back row drives it over. Here's the set in the middle, and Temperley, the freshman, drives it through the wall. That'll make it 9-7. Malia Temperley stepping up with a couple of kills here in the third. Brookwood 3-2 over Winnie Walk Center in high school volleyball. River Valley gets the sweep over Lancaster. Here's the serve. Richland Center plays it right side. Shot by Pauls. Save block. Now pass to the right side over the top by Stone and got it in. Danica Pauls put all kinds of power into that. Somehow saved by Avery Richard. And Platteville goes up by a score of 10-7. Platteville playing without its middle, Rihanna Dye, who really was tough on Richland Center last year. Here's the serve by Platteville. Played now by the Hornets. Back to the right side, Taylor Wirtz. Drops it over. Set by Platteville on the left. Taking the shot. Blocked by the Hornets. And out of bounds, but it hit the antenna, I believe. A point for the Hornets. 10-8. The score. Into the lineup for Richland Center, number 20, J.C. Gander. Rainey Walsh will serve. Walsh awaiting, and there's the line drive serve. Fielded by Temperley. Platteville back to the right, got it through the wall, and down it goes. And a hit by Malia Temperley. She has played well in this game, and Platteville all of a sudden leads again by 3, 11-8. Serving Maggie Gravant. She is taking the whistle. Here's the approach. And a line drive net serve right back to the Hornets. Both teams have struggled tonight when they've had a chance to maybe keep that momentum going. They lose it with a net serve. Here goes the approach and the line drive. Fielded by Gravant. Back to the far side, and now tapped by Avery Richard over the top. Back row, Clements. Walsh pulls over, and it is out of bounds. Hornets were thinking it might have been tipped, but the officials say no. 12-9. Platteville. Michaela Schneering will serve. The junior gets the whistle. 12-9 Platteville in the fourth. There's the serve. Fielded now by the Hornets. Wirtz near side, and then Weiss takes it over. Nice play on the left side by Gavant. Driven over there by Stone. The Hornets three-ball over and lands in line. Wirtz and company make a nice play, and the Hornets stay within 2 points. 12-10 here in the fourth. Coming down the stretch on WRCO radio tonight in the fourth set. Danica Pauls with the run-up and the line drive serve. Fielded by Platteville on the near side. They'll punch it over. Pauls with a save. Weiss gets it over. Again, Platteville in the middle. Quinn Temperley drives it over. Walsh bumps it high. Played now again by Razek. Back to Walsh, gets it over. Platteville on the left side, taking a shot. Blocked by the Hornets twice. Back to Platteville again. Taking a shot is Stone. Back row, Hornets make the play. Razek, left side. Alan Wirtz down the line. Fielded by Platteville. Going left. Stone drives it out of bounds. 1 point set. 12-11 in the fourth. Danica Pauls will serve. Platteville in serve-receive mode here in the fourth. Here's the run-up and the line drive serve. Fielded near side by Platteville. Keeping it going. Hoosier back to the middle. Shot into the net by Temperley, and we are tied. 12-12 here in the fourth. Pauls will serve for Richland Center. Pauls with a run-up, and there is the serve. Fielded back row now by the women. They're going to get it to the left side. Stone gets it over. Now back to Walsh in the middle, and Works drives it over and got it in. Platteville blocked it, but it went out of bounds, and the Hornets take the lead. 13-12. Adeline Works wins the battle at the net. Danica Pauls will serve here in the fourth. Pauls with a run-up. That one fielded by Platteville, and they won't get it. It's an ace. Got a little bit of air under it, but that is going to do it, and the Hornets go up by 2, 14-12. Pauls, with her first ace, gets the whistle. Comes up with a run. The jump serve is going to be fielded now by Platteville. Near side, Stone drives it over. Pauls back row. Rainey Walsh in the middle. Weiss drives it over. Not a foul. Hornets by 3, 15-12. Timeout, Platteville. Everything going Richland Center's way now, leading by 3 points. 15-12 in the fourth. Richland Center needs a win to set it to the fifth. And Platteville trying to win it in 4. We'll have more in a moment from WRCO Sports. We're in the fourth, 15-12 in favor of Richland Center. This one is going to make Mr. Fabulous stay up past his bedtime tonight. Coming in to serve is Danica Pauls, had a recent ace for Richland Center. Platteville in serve-receive mode here in the fourth. Hornets lead by 3. Pauls with a run-up, and there is the serve. Fielded by Platteville, keeping it going now is Richard. And over the top there by Quinn Temperley. Back row, Razik. Walsh dumps it over and hits number 2. Platteville tries again. No, they're going to be called for, well, the Hornets are going to be stopped for being over the net, and the officials make the call definitively. That'll give it to Platteville. And a side out for them, so they are within 2 at 15-13. Soraya Stone will serve. Stone with the run-up and the line drive serve. Fielded now by Gander. Gets it over on a free ball. Basket goes to Platteville. They'll try again. This one takes off and out of the gym. On the attempt for the kill, and that'll make it 16-13. Platteville in the lead. Serving for Richland Center, I should say Richland Center in the lead. Platteville in the serve receive, and the server for the Hornets is Aubrey Kolstad. Hornets by 3. Here's the serve. Cut off on the left side by Richard. Gets it back. Drives it over. Back row Pauls. Kolstad. Weiss drives it over. Puts a charge into it. Platteville hit number 3. It's coming back and it's over. Ball on the near side. Back to Weiss. Tries again. Driving big Stone. Back to the left side and over the top by Richard. Hornets try again. Right side. Works. Puts it into the left. Taylor trying to go down the line and didn't make it. That makes it 16-14. Well, there were some mammoth hits by Ellaby Weiss, but Platteville had an answer for both of those. Hornets by 2 in the fourth. Platteville to serve. Quinn Temperley with a line drive serve. Razik pops it up. Ball passed by Kolstad back to the middle, and the Hornets. So it's going to be misplayed and out of bounds. So not as good a teamwork on that turn of events. That makes it 16-15. Platteville within 1. Quinn Temperley will serve. Temperley with a line drive. Fielded by Works, and now it's going to be Kolstad trying to get it over and hit number 2. Hits the net. It doesn't make it to Platteville side, and that makes it 16-16. Platteville has come back to tie it. Quinn Temperley with a serve. Line drive popped up by Pauls. Now back row. Razik rights the ship. Weiss gets it over. Platteville sets it up to the left side. Softly tapped over by Richard. Now here's Taylor Works. That'll be Weiss, drives it back row and got it by Platteville for a point. And the Hornets go back up 17-16. Weiss playing well here in this fourth set. Scored a couple of points for Richland Center. So side out for Razik. Tatum gets the whistle. Here's the serve, fielded by Platteville. Soraya Stone to the middle, and Hoosier gets it over. The Hornets struggle, hitting the three. They can't get it over. We're tied again. 17 apiece in the fourth. Again, Platteville leads the match 2-1. Hornets need a win to force a fifth. And we're all tied at 17. Mia Hoosier with the serve. Fielded now by Adeline Wirtz. Set on the right side, taking a shot at Clements. It's down, and it was also tipped by Platteville. The Hornets go up 18-17. Ella Clements with a big hit. And now the server again is Adeline Wirtz. Freshman coming up with another serve. That one pulled down the right side. That's going to be an ace. And the Hornets lead it 19-17. Adeline Wirtz with the ace. Richland Center's had 3 ace serves in this fourth set. The whistle, Adeline Wirtz with another serve. Going to be popped up by Temperley, and the near side Platteville takes the shot. It's out of bounds. Hornets lead 20-17 in the fourth. Coach Barrington from Platteville trying to cool her team, get them back on track. The Hornets trying to keep the momentum going. Here's the run-up by Wirtz. Cut off by Temperley, set on the right side. Driven over that time by Avery Richards. And Taylor Wirtz punches it over for the Hornets. Right side, played by Platteville, tapped over by Schuler. Back to Taylor Wirtz. His shot is into the net. And it's a point for Platteville. That makes it 20-18. 2 points set here in the fourth. Platteville's Avery Richard with the run-up. There's the serve. And Taylor Wirtz, Kolstad, a guy, raise it, trying to play it from the back row. Not enough momentum to get it over, and that'll make it 20-19. Platteville is within 1 here in the fourth. Serving again, Platteville, played on the near side by Razik. Kolstad falls, the ball takes off, and down it goes. It was tipped by Malia Temperley, and the Hornets get a point back on the serve. 21-19. Rainey Walsh, J.C. Gander back in, and Rainey will serve. Hornets by 2 in the fourth, hoping to make it a fifth tonight. Here comes the approach, and Rainey Walsh with the serve. Fielded by Platteville, left side Stone, back to the middle. Rocked over that time by Schuler. Here is Walsh setting it up, shot by Pauls, blocked right back by Platteville. Hornets try again, Walsh on the left side, shot by Gander, blocked by Platteville. Punched over by Clements, set on the left side, Platteville tries again. Shot is hit, and now played by Razik. Back to Pauls, knuckles it over. One-hand save by Platteville. Hoosier off the net, back to Stone, and down and in. That was a great volley. 21-20. Platteville within 1. Soraya Stone gets the kill. And Platteville will serve. Maggie Grabant, their libero player. Platteville trailing the Hornets by 1. In the fourth, there's the serve. Played by Pauls. There's Walsh back to Danica. It's over the net. Juggled, struggled by Platteville. They're going to get it over on the hit by Hoosier. Kept live by Razik. Walsh right side. Pauls down the line and in. 22-20. Richland Center now leading by 2 in the fourth. Weiss back to the front row. Serving will be Ella Clements. Ella gets the whistle. There's the run-up. Line drive serve. Platteville struggles. Now getting it over is Stone. Walsh back for a hit. Down it goes for J.C. Gander. 23-20. Gander with the kill for Richland Center. Timeout, Platteville. Wow. 23-20. Richland Center leading here in the fourth. Such a game of momentum. Platteville wins very decisively, 25-13 in the opener. Hornets come back and win 25-19 in the second. And then Platteville getting the win 25-10 in the third. So you watch the first, you watch the third, and you're thinking, Richland Center can't even stay on the court with them. Then you watch the second and the fourth, and it's like, these teams are so even. So that's the way the sport goes, and as probably all sports are, so much of it between the ears, the momentum and believing and keeping that kind of stick-to-itiveness. The Hornets have not had a lot that have hit the floor here in this fourth. They have played everything that came around them, and now with a 3-point lead, within 2 of going out. Serving is Ella Clements, 23-20. Platteville has taken the timeout. It's over. And now the Hornets will serve, leading by 3. There's a soft one. It's going to be fielded by Stone. Step to the right side. Taking a shot. Getting it down. Kimberly. 23-21. Kimberly with a kill. Back in for the Hornets. Tatum Razik, their libero player. Michaela Schneering will serve for Platteville. Hornets lead by 2. Here's the approach and the serve. Razik pops it to the net. Ball over the top. Played by Platteville again. A shot down for Kimberly. And that makes it 23-22. 2 kills in a row for Platteville, and there you go. There's that momentum again. Platteville back in business. Timeout. Richland Center. 23-22 here in the fourth. Hornets are hoping it's not the final of the night, trying to push it to a 5th game. Platteville leading the match by a 2-1 margin at a 23-22 fourth set here tonight. We'll invite you to join us on Thursday night in the Valley and Richland Center. That's always an event, as we say. We'll be on the air with that one around 7 o'clock. And look forward to calling that one for you as well. Platteville back on the floor. You're the team when things are going your way and you got momentum, you get back out there quickly. The Hornets use every ounce of the timeout. And they are back on the floor. Platteville's server is Michaela Schneering. Hornets 23, Platteville 22. Platteville leads the match 2-1. This is the fourth. Here's the serve. Fielded by Razik, pop to the left side. Walsh gives it back to Pauls, who drives it over. Schneering and then Hoosier, left side Stone, blocked by the Hornets. Back to Platteville again. There is Stone taking it over, back row. That's Adeline Worth, saving the right side. Pauls blocks it. Oh, it's going to be a hit block by Platteville. Out of bounds on the near side, and it's a point for Richland Center. They have game point. 24-22. Pauls put a charge in it. Platteville blocked it, but it landed out of bounds. And here is Pauls, and the Hornets going for the win. There's the serve. It's nice. It's on foul. 25-22. Monica Pauls with the ace. And we're going to a 5th. The best going to 15 tonight. Luckily, I got my beauty nap today. Wow. We're going to the 5th tonight. Platteville wins the 1st and 3rd. Hornets win the 2nd and 4th. The 5th is coming up next from WRCO and WRCO.com. Welcome back. We're looking at the fifth set here in just a moment. Platteville coming back and making it a close one after Richland Center built a pretty nice lead. Richland Center led in that one by senior Danica Pauls. And adding up, let's see, she had 4 kills and also an ace along the way. 2 aces because she had the one on game point. So she leads away again from Richland Center as they come back and force a fifth. There's another key ace in there by Tatum Rasick as well, who had an ace, and Richland Center gets out with a victory in the fourth. Platteville is led with a couple of kills down the stretch, and that was by Quinn Temperley. So Quinn Temperley with 2 kills for Platteville in that one as well. We go to the fifth. Richland Center is going to be on the right side and Platteville on our left side. And we'll see what happens here. The best to 15, the first to 15 will win it tonight. And again, this for Richland Center after losing to Dodgeville last week. They want to stay in conference contention. This is one of those must wins early on this season. Very quick turnaround, about a month left in the high school volleyball season before the tournaments, which is hard to believe. It seems like it just began. All right, here we go. 0-0, Platteville serves. Levant with a serve, right side, going to be dug by Adeline Wirtz. Set by Watts, and then that side is going to be hit over the time by Clements. This on the right side, Stone drives it over Platteville. There's the set, Clements, and drives it to the back row. Platteville sets it left side, taking a shot, blocked again by Clements and Gander. The right side, Platteville tries from this side, and they drive it in. Well, it's lined up. Rasick got a hand on it. Nice hit by Layla Schuler. That makes it 1-0 Platteville. Schuler with the kill. Levant will serve again for Platteville. Here comes the run-up, and there is the serve. Fielded now on the near side by the Hornets. Set now for Gander, and cuts the reach, and it's going to be on the intent. And a point for Platteville. 2-0 the score. Platteville in the lead. Levant will serve, and she gets the ball back from the official. Here comes the run-up, and there's the serve. And then it's going to be fielded by Pauls. 3-ball over. Platteville tries it. Left side taking a shot. Here's Stone. Nice dig by Wirtz. Punched over by Pauls. There's Platteville trying again. Taking a shot. And with Quinn Temperley. All of a sudden, 3-0. Platteville in the lead. Wirtz needs something to turn the tide here. Get the momentum back to their court. They need a side out. RC in the serve-receive mode. Maggie Levant with the approach, and there's the serve. Cut off by Pauls. There's the set. Gets it right back. Takes a shot. That one is in. Nice hit by the Hornets, and they're on the board. A score of 3-1. Side out Richland Center. Maybe that is the momentum swing they need. Here comes the serve for Ella Clements. Back row played by Levant, ball to the left side, and Platteville hammers it against the net, hit by Temperley. Hornets return it with a hit by Walsh. Back to the left side, again the left-hand shot by Temperley, and Walsh got it over, and down it goes. Good recovery, got it, and walked right down the net, and down the line. It is a 3-2 ball game. Initially, I think the officials are rolling the ball back to Platteville. So it is a point for the Hornets. So they're within 1 here in the fifth. Again, it's the best, the first to 15, 3-2 score. There it is. And a line drive out of bounds. A service error for the Hornets, and Platteville goes up 4-2. Into the lineup, there's Michaela Schneering, and she will serve 4-2. Platteville leading in the fifth. Schneering gets the whistle. Steps up, and here's the serve. Fielded by Wirtz, and it's going to go after a lot of bounds, and it's 5-2. Platteville in the fifth. So the Platteville serve continues. Line judge coming in from the near side. talking it over with the official at the scorer's table. So the discussion continues. And Davey Johnson arguing on the near side about the call, but it looks like it's going to stand. Platteville leading 5-2. And they will serve. Shearing gets the whistle. Hornets in serve-receive mode here in the 5th. There's the serve. Fielded now by Richard. And that one trying to go to the left side, and the Hornets are able to recover. That makes it 6-2. Platteville serving, leading away here in the first part of the 5th. Platteville by 4, 6-2. Hornets trying to right the ship with a timeout. We'll be back with more in a moment from WRCO and WRCO.com. Welcome back to the Richland Center High School Fieldhouse. 6-2 Platteville here in the lead in this one. It's been a long match, but also, as we mentioned earlier, the JV1 and JV2 matches went very long. That was part of the reason we started quite late here tonight. RC winning both ends of the early ones 2-1 and 3-0. And here in the final, the varsity match, we're even at 2 apiece. Platteville leads 6-2. Here we go. Schneering with a serve. Near side fielded by Ellen Wirtz. Walsh gives it to Pauls. Her shot blocked by Platteville. They keep it going, and that one is on the net. Shot down by Weiss. And the Hornets are back in business. 6-3. Ella Weiss using her ice. Off the net, and Richland Center gets it back. Side out, Danica Pauls. And Richland Center, 6-3 Platteville. There is the serve. Platteville can't field it. That is an ace. And it is 6-4. Danica Pauls with the ace. And we'll get it back. Platteville in serve-receive mode. Struggled a bit against that one. Pauls trying to uncork another one. Here's the approach, the line drive serve. Platteville dives. They keep it going. They pinball it around and get it over. Pauls, Walsh, Weiss, blocked by Platteville, back to Pauls, gets it over. Again, Platteville tries, in the middle, and down it goes. Kimberly with the kill. That makes it 7-4. Kimberly with her second kill in the 5th. Platteville now with Saraya Stone, getting the serve. Here's the run-up, there's the line drive serve, cut off by Weiss. Pass back by Gander, and Ellen Wirtz gets it over. Down it goes. 2-point set, 7-5. Hornets hanging tough here in this one. Back in is Taylor Wirtz on the left side. Aubrey Kolstead will serve. 7-5 Platteville in the 5th. Kolstead with the run-up. There is the serve. Back row, fielded by Platteville. There's Hoosier in the pass. And that ball is going to be knuckled over. Riding big Pauls, tucked it wide off the net, and down it goes. 8-5, the score. Temperley playing tough on the net, now goes back to serve. Platteville by 3 in the 5th. Temperley with a run-up. There's the line drive serve. Fielded by Pauls. Free ball over, slap back by Platteville. Pauls got a hand on it, and sure he's out of bounds. It'll be a point for Platteville, and they lead. By a score of 9-5 in the 5th. Quinn Temperley will serve again. Platteville by 4. There's the serve. Pauls fields. Kolstead to right side. Weiss takes a shot. Nice dig by Platteville on the left side. And it sends it to the block. Avery Richard gets the point. Platteville leads by 5. 10-5. Avery Richard with a point. Platteville's serving again. Hornets trying to right the ship Here's the serve, next serve. Well, that works. Hornets get it back on the side out. That'll make it 10-6. Ella Clements joins the front row. Tatum leaves it. Their serve. Tatum's serve. Far side for Platteville. They're going to get it to the left on the attack. Shot blocked. And down it goes. Taylor and company getting the block for the Hornets are within 10-7 here at our CHS Fieldhouse. Malia Temperley back in the front row for Platteville. Tatum Razik will serve right down the middle. Platteville gets a set by Temperley, and then Hoosier gets it over on hit number 3. Colstead sets it up. Ball pushed by Clements, back row. Fielded by Platteville. Left side, they'll rainbow it over. Fielded on the near side by Razik. Taking a shot, Alan Wirtz. Fielded by Platteville. Left side, they'll take a shot. Directed by Razik. But it was about a 90-mile-an-hour fastball from Avery Richland, and Platteville goes up 11-7. Serving is Mia Hoosier. Platteville by 4. They're within 4 of going out. Hoosier with the approach. Lines it far side, played by Wirtz. Back to the middle, and Alan Wirtz gets it over. Fielded by Hoosier, the left side. Now taking it over is Richard. Back row, Hornets going to try near side, and Clements drives it in. 11-8. Ella Clements with the kill. The Hornets aren't done yet. Trail by 3 in the 5th. Adeline Wirtz with the approach. There's the serve. Fielded by Platteville. They pop it to the left again on the shot. Over the top that time. Nice diving dig by Wirtz. Back to Razik, and Falls gets it over. Platteville tries again. Rainbowing it over there is Richard. Hornets on the right side. Taylor Wirtz hits it into the back. And Platteville takes a 4-point lead. 12-8 score. Platteville by 4. And within 3 of going out and winning this conference match. Here's the serve by Avery Richard. Fielded by the Hornets. Back to the right side. Falls. Knocks it in. It is 12-9. Danica Falls hit the kill. Lacey Gander and Rainey Walsh return to the Hornet lineup as they rotate around. Platteville leading it 12-9 in the 5th. Rainey Walsh with the run-up. There's a line drive serve. Platteville hits it. It caroms into the stands. Now fielded by Stone. They get it over. Ball to the right side. Walsh hits it to Falls. Danica takes a shot. Fielded by Platteville. Pass to the left side. Taking it down is Sheraya Stone. That makes it 13-9. Stone with the kill. And the Hornets will take a timeout. Platteville leading 13-9 in this one tonight. Coming up, the Gillenick Plumbing and Heating post-game show. And we'll have that for you. Also, the Duncan Awards turning point of the game. Both teams on the bench talking it over. Cuba City has swept Fenimore tonight 3-0. New Glarus has beaten Wisconsin Heights 3-2. The Brewers 9, the Angels 2. That's a final. That game is in Milwaukee. There's probably a few West Coast baseball games. We might still be on the air when they're done, if this one continues. 13-9. Platteville in the lead in the 5th and final set. So the timeout ends, and both teams head back to the floor. Platteville in the left side, they're going to bring in Maggie Gavance, their libero player, and she will serve. Hornets in serve-receive mode, trailing 13-9 in the 5th. So Maggie getting it set, off the whistle, and here's the run-up. The Platteville serve. It's back row. Adeline Wirtz, Grady Walsh, pulls, drives it over, bumped to the ceiling by Platteville. Back to the left side, and now pushed over by Richard. Back row, Hornets. Back to the near side, pulls over, down it goes. Hornets are done here. 13-10. Danica Pauls, 3 kills and an ace here in this 5th set. Richland Center will serve. Side out. RC. Ella Clements will serve it. Here's the run up and the line drive serve. It's dropping into the race. 13-11. Ella Clements with an ace, and now Platteville wants a timeout. My goodness, the momentum back and forth here tonight. 13-11 our score. Platteville winning the first and the third. Richland Center winning the second and the fourth to push it to this fifth game. Platteville does not spend a lot of time in its timeouts tonight. They are back on the floor in a few seconds. The Hornets will use their time to talk it over here. They're the team with the serve when they will return to the floor. They are back. The serve will come again from Ella Clements. 13-11. Platteville fans on their feet here in the stands. Here's the serve by Ella. Drops in short. Fielded by Stone. Back from Hoosier to Stone. Drops it over. Hornets can't get it back in. Stone with a hit over the top. That makes it 14-11. Platteville has game point. Stone with the kill. Michaela Sneering will serve. Hornets in serve receive mode. Platteville trying to win it. Here's the serve by Stone. Played now by Razek. Walls to the right side. Balls for the kill. Got it there. 14-12. Richland Center gets the serve. Side out. Richland Center. Platteville leading with game point. 14-12. Danica Pauls gets the whistle. Here's the run-up and the serve. Fielded near side. Platteville struggles. They'll get it back to the court and over by Avery Richards. Back row Pauls. Walsh near side. Weiss. Shot. Down it goes. Hornets within one. Kennedy Weiss makes it a 14-13 score. We're not done yet. Hornets back to serve. Danica Pauls trying to even the score and make it a brand new ball game. There's the serve, fielded by Platteville. Popped high. Hoosier left side. Stone gets it over. Pauls back row. Weiss right side. Eddie Works drives it over. Left side. Platteville back to the middle. There's a shot. And Timberlake this one belongs to Platteville. Timberlake gets the kill on game point. 15-13. The final score in this one. It's finally over. Platteville gets the win. They keep it going in the conference now, undefeated. The Hornets lose for a second time, but didn't go down without a fight. Gillette Plumbing Heating post-match show is next here on WRCO and WRCO.com. Welcome to the Gillette Plumbing and Heating post-game show. Gillette Plumbing and Heating offering 24/7 service, reasonable rates, and guarantee the job will be done right. Platteville gets the win, 15-13. The Duncan Rewards play of the game or turning point of the game tonight. I think we got to go with their play of number 7, Quinn Temperley. Their sophomore has a big night tonight, including the kill on game point. That was the one that finally ended it after the Hornets had a bunch of momentum. Richland Center trying to even the score and then go into the best of 2. The first one to 2 after that, but it didn't work. And a kill there by Quinn Temperley. The play of the game, Duncan Rewards turning point of the game. You can join Duncan for rewards to enjoy exclusive offers and start earning points toward free food and drinks. Platteville wins it tonight in 5. You're listening to high school volleyball from WRCO Sports. You can talk. No, we're just going to wrap it up. Yep. No. In the fifth and final set tonight, Danica Pauls has a total of 4 kills and an ace. The Hornets coming back strong there. They had some well-played play from Ella Clements as well, who has a kill and an ace during that stretch for Platteville. We talked about their play, and down the stretch, the play on game point by Quinn Temperley. Temperley has a total of 4 kills tonight for Platteville to lead the way in the fifth set. Richland Center wins the junior varsity, the JV1, JV2 matches 2-1 in the JV1, 3-0 in JV2. Again, earlier, the Hornets soccer team lost to Platteville Lancaster 5-2. Conference play tonight, River Valley gets the win in their victory against Lancaster. And here in Richland Center, it is a 3-2 win for the Platteville Hillmen. Visiting here tonight, winning 25-13 in the opener. The Hornets bounced back to win the second, 25-19. And then Platteville, it was all Platteville in the third, 25-10. And as I mentioned, at that point, you're thinking, yeah, this one will be over quickly. And it wasn't. Hornets with a lot of grittiness, getting the win 25-22 in the next contest. And then again in the fifth, it is a hard-fought one all the way. Platteville had built a pretty nice lead, and all of a sudden the Hornets come storming back to get within 1 point of forcing overtime, but it's Platteville surviving 15-13 to get the victory. We'll be on the air on Thursday night for River Valley. Richland Center traveling now to take on River Valley on Thursday night. Tonight's match engineered by Mr. Fabulous Tim Thied. And now this is Phil Nee bidding you a very pleasant good night. Thanks for joining us for the Jelenic Plumbing and Heating post-game show. Congratulations to Platteville and hats off to both teams. A hard-fought effort tonight for both contests, and it was a win for Platteville in 5. You've been listening to High School Volleyball from WRCO and WRCO.com.